You want to hear a quick funny story about hiring like someone in HR in a big tech company?
Sure.
Who this is just happened, I would say, recently to my knowledge, but this has got to have been going on for fucking years.
Yeah.
A funny story about immigration. We were talking about being legal versus illegal. Well, there's a way to do it legally while also being fucking not truthful.
Yes.
And this is the story of how. So this company, this big tech company, hires people from, I'm going to say India. Could be any country.
Sure.
And what they do is they actually have a hiring agency in that foreign country. So they go talk. They talk directly to the hiring agency.
Mm-hmm.
That hiring agency goes and looks for people. Well, they actually have people that are the qualifiers. Let's just say that, like, hey, this person, I found this person, okay? And in the interview process, they say, well, we're going to need this person to take a test, for qualifications. There's another person in their community that's like the mob boss.
Yeah.
And he's like the big brains. So what he does is, because they all, this isn't racist, this is just being honest. In these certain communities, they all look very similar.
Sure.
So the hiring agent literally goes and gives the person the test, but it's the same guy or girl taking the test for hundreds of people.
Wow.
So they don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Then they go through the whole hiring. Oh, wow, he's qualified. He's da-da-da. He's all this, all that. And they bring him over on whatever visa, totally legal.
He didn't even study for the test.
He didn't study for the test. He doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
And the problem is that these companies, especially a big tech company, it takes a while for them to figure out this person is bullshitting or it doesn't know.
Sure. Yeah.
And when they do find out, they've already invested about $15,000 to $25,000 into this person.
Sure.
That might not have even taken the test or even knows what the fuck they're here for.
And is this a scam of the international hiring agency? Is that's what you're saying? They're trying to move bodies through their system. Yeah. I feel like it could be solved.
And
go ahead.
No, and it's also a problem. Like, it's not only the hiring agency, but I'm sure that there's incentive for them on the tech side, but there's also incentive for them to do so on the backside, where maybe the guy taking the tests or the community itself, the members themselves, are paying that agency a bribe. Mm-hmm. So they're getting paid on both sides in incentive.
And they could be getting even extorted for it.
Correct.
Even by a local government in another country, saying, oh, you're making all of this money off of sending citizens to this other country. You better give us some or we're going to shut you down, things like that. So there might be some super powerful stuff going on. I feel like we could solve this issue, but is it something that people want solved is always the question. Like, is there too much money in it? Because facial recognition software doesn't play that game. They don't care what you look like. It either opens your iPhone or it doesn't, It's a pretty advanced system.
So there's probably illegal hiring practices that do not allow you to even go there.
What do you mean?
I would say that there might even be like some, like, it's a discrimination law.
Oh.
Or, like some things that that
we can't rely on what they look like.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to
because if you do, that would be fucking racist.
I think but it needs to be just an identification tool, not a judgmental tool.
Well, there's
even
the
if
thing
it didn't
is that
output an image, like it didn't it didn't show a human what this person looked like. It was either a green check or a red box, around their face.
Yeah, but that green check means something.
It's AI, baby. Let AI judge us. Judge us, AI. Are we who we say we are? Are we trying to do bad stuff that hurts people?
The other thing, though, Alex, is that these big tech companies and all of the companies in general in America, they have an incentive to grow their workforce
Sure.
for whatever means possible. Because the more bodies they have in their company, the bigger the loan is that they get from the bank and also their shareholders.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they almost don't care if that like the hiring or the firing,
and hiring shows us growth. I mean, it's one of the markers that you look to for a strong company. So yeah, there's definitely, and that affects their stock prices. So there's a lot of incentive for them to do it. Who does it negatively affect in the I know who it negatively affects at the end. It's also sort of like indentured servitude, because they do bring these people over and they find them a house, or they find them an apartment or a condo in a building that they own through a shell corporation, and then they're paying their rent right back into the company, and they're providing them with a company credit card so they can, or a car that they've sold through somebody that makes money back to them also. But then, it'll eventually affect the quality of the outcome, like whatever product or service that you're providing. It negatively affects that. It does really, though, benefit these people that would have no other way of experiencing living in the first world.
So the cost is actually on those kids that we were talking about graduating college.
Yes.
So because these people, because they have families, because they have kids, because they have all these things and they come from a poor place, they will take the lower salary jobs that typically would be given to those college graduates.
Yeah.
So that's who it's really negatively hurting, is the people that go through the system and are of the working age when they come out, but can't find those entry-level jobs anymore because the entry-level jobs are taken by somebody with a family.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, with a family or.
I mean, something that they can't get, there's less risk for the company to hire somebody who has a family or who came from abroad that they would do exactly what they're told to do versus a natural born citizen of this country who has rights.
They're much less likely to take risks with their profession if they have kids and stuff like that. So that makes sense.
The other thing is that when we talk about stock prices and companies, like the stock market in general, when we look at stock prices, there's dips and little, dips along the way, but it's fucking up and to the right for all these charts, mostly.
Yeah.
Majority of these charts is up and to the right, but they haven't produced anything new of value in years. Well, I'm not going to say that, but let's just say that they do much of the same thing over and over and over again every year, but yet they're worth more and more.
Yes.
So again, that goes back to the fact that the dollar is weakening, and it's like the same thing as the college degree. Has the same value. This company has the same value as it did before.
Marginally increased output, marginally, but doubled value in the last 10 years.
So that means that the dollar itself
is half.
It takes double the dollars to get the same share
Yeah.
of that company.
Yeah.
Same with college degree, is it takes double the dollars to get the same value of the degree.
Yeah. So I think that industry boils down to tighter regulation on student loans, and not regulation on giving them out, but regulation on being able to declare bankruptcy or limit the amount, or I don't want to limit anyone from whatever college that they get accepted to. I mean, that's not very American or free market either. You want them to be able to take on the risk, take the big leap and take out the $100,000 when you're 18 years old. Imagine an 18-year-old not accepted to a university walking into a bank and asking for $100,000 loan with no work history, no income, that there's something broken there, but I'm just not sure how to do it without limiting people's opportunities.